Hello everyone, Yaon here from Motion Swift, and I would like to show you in this video how you can actually use all the samples and all the wavetables that come with our synth Porphyra Hybrid in any other synth or sampler as you like. So first of all, the samples with most contact instruments, if you go inside to Farlight, for example, and you go into samples, you will see that there are no wave files. There is no data for the samples that you can access. They are all encoded and encrypted into this sort of monolith. So this NKX file over here in Farlight is 1.21 gigabytes. Inside all the samples live, and Farlight as a contact library knows how to access these samples. Now, if you go into Porphyra Hybrid, you will notice that if you go into the sample folder, you will actually see all the samples and all the wavetables. They are open, they are unencoded, which means that you simply need to go into the folder where you install Porphyra Hybrid. In this case, I'm on Mac, and I've just gone with the native access defaults, so it goes into shared, and then into the instrument folder Porphyra Hybrid, and inside you will find that samples folder. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can use these samples anywhere you want, and you have the two folders for the samples and the wavetables, so you know which is which. Obviously, it doesn't make much sense to load a wavetable just into a sampler and attempt to play it. But yeah, let's quickly have a go. So if we go, I've loaded here, so obviously I have Porphyra Hybrid. Let's close that for a second. But I additionally loaded Logic Sampler, Vital Synth, the Farlight instrument for contact from NI, and then just simply contact. Let's maybe start with Logic Quick Sampler. So I can really quickly go into our samples, and I can have a look at all these awesome things that we have here, and just simply throw in whatever I want to use. And you will notice that I can then turn on the loop. And I can play those samples. Let's turn on the loop. So all our analog samples and all those really cool things, you can just throw them in there. Even all the different like cycles, they're essentially short cycles, but they can be definitely played. And let's turn on the loop. You can beautifully use really all those samples. So this is with, just really quickly, with Logic's Quick Sampler and with the samplers themselves. Let's quickly look at the wavetables. So I have here Vital loaded, or don't I? I think I don't. So let's quickly load Vital in here, Vital Audio, Vital. And if we go into Vital, this is really based on wavetables, and it's really quite simple. All you have to do is to drag and drop the wavetables in there. So let's go into the correct folder. So we go back one and we go into wavetables. And here, some of these are single cycles. Some of these are full wavetables. It really depends what you load and how it will behave in Vital, but even the single cycles behave well. So for example, let's try really anything. Let's throw this format saw in here. And in Vital, you scroll the wavetable frames with this little slider over here. So let's try playing and then scrolling the wavetable as we play. Really nice, and you can really hear, you can really hear that these are the formats over here, and we can take really anything. This is more a simple sort of saw kind of thing, or square, sorry, kind of thing, and this one should be, some sort of traveling on the waveform. And then let's go really quickly to two more use cases just to show that you can even take it to other contact instruments that have this sort of functionality where you can load your own samples inside. So here we have Native Instruments Farlight. The same is true for the whole light series. So Farlight, Straylight, and Ashlight will behave the same. We can take our samples and throw them either to the grain side or to the sampler side, whatever we want. Really not sure how this is gonna sound, to be honest, because, wait, did we go again? Yeah, we want to go into the samples. Because yeah, it's weird with this stuff, but let's try throwing, because it's a granular synth, obviously. Let's try throwing this flute. And how about just something else to the sampler side. Really interesting stuff that you can do. And the last thing I wanted to show is you can obviously just go into any sampler. You can throw, just like we did with the Logic sampler, right? I mean, we don't need this side pane. You can do exactly the same with Contact. Throw the sample in, mix it with your other sample, layer it, and kind of, I don't know if you're really sort of building your own instrument. And you can also obviously throw it into the new Leap framework from NI. So this is just now taking up the first slot, and we can go to the second slot and throw those samples in there. Or we can, of course, create like an absolute normal instrument. If we go back to the classic view and go into the mapping editor, we can throw our samples there inside. But we can also just simply, if we're in classic view, just throw a sample. And a bit, I guess it really depends on the sampler. Unlike Logic sampler, it will recognize that we have a loop. So really, this is what I wanted to show. You can not only in Porphyra Hybrid throw your samples inside Porphyra Hybrid, but you can also use those samples elsewhere. One more thing maybe to show with Contact, if you go into the side pane and you are in the new default view of Contact 8, then you can also see the samples over here. So if you just go to the Loops tab, you will see them all basically listed here. There was no functionality provided from NI to kind of sort them really well, but we have samples and we have wavetables. So at least you can kind of know which is which. So I can go here into samples and I can throw something to the sampler side and it will make sense. Thanks, enjoy using Porphyra and enjoy using our samplers wherever you may take them. Take them to hardware, take them to Eurorack, take them anywhere. See you later.